Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm delivering this episode early because we have a watch along, so you may not have a news episode for the day. And I thought, no, let's shoot early. Let's make some time and shoot early for you guys. So the news that we have, of course, the confirmation that of course, we've already given that the Thomas Partey is fine. But more importantly, we're also going to talk about some stats before the Liverpool game, some really legit talks before the Liverpool game. Of course, the worry for Liverpool, not Arsenal's perspective. Erling Haaland to Arsenal. Is there any truth about it, or are we just talking about the air? And some perspectives about certain transfers outgoing from Arsenal. So, without any further ado, let's talk about it. So, Samuel Ziga has spoken about things that he's definitely loving. He's PRO of Thomas Partey. Samuel shares this image of Thomas Partey and says things I like to see. So, octopus, of course. So it's pretty much clear things we love to see, Samuel, that Partey is fine, and that's what we love. Moving on, Aaron Ramsdale's impact in the Premier League this season. If you can see, goals conceded only for first in the Premier League, third in terms of clean sheets, save percentage 86%, second XG prevented 2.8, catches 10. Fantastic, isn't it? So also talking about is yeah, Arteta has spoken about Thomas Partey. He says he could not play for the national team. He really tried to do that because they had a massive. No, I think I've said this before. Yeah, I think we've said this before, so we're not going to talk about that. So moving on, expected goals prevented in the Premier League for so far this season. If you can see this, number one on that list is Edward Mendy, 3.39 expected goals prevented. Second is Ramsdale, 2.82. Jose Sa is third, 1.52. So the three proper goalkeepers for you to have in the FPL as well if you do FPL. But Ederson, Leno, McCarthy, they're really bad. They're really bad. Jordan Pickford, Emi Martinez, David Raya, Woodman, really bad for that. So yes, we really have improved up on Bernd Leno and of course Emi Martinez for that matter. But moving on, let's talk about Nuno Tavares, how he feels Ramsdale is. He says Ramsdale's been the most important guy in the defensive unit because he's helped us so much. He's always helping me stay in the position I need to be in. He's very strong, and when we can't save something, he's there always. We are so proud of him. Oh, we love Aaron Ramsdale, don't we? Moving on, Bakary Sania has opened up about Smith Rowe. He says Smith Rowe has been amazing. He's been impressing me a lot. Initially, I wasn't sure about Arsenal giving him the number 10. I thought it was a bit early, but he's mature for his age and he's shown he deserves it. Playing for Arsenal isn't easy, and with his responsibilities now for the national team, it could be a lot, but he's been brilliant for the club in all aspects of the game. He doesn't hide on the pitch. He doesn't, does he? Fantastic to see. Moving on, so Guardian's predicted lineup for today's game. I want you guys to type and let me know what is your predicted lineup for Arsenal versus Liverpool game. So let's see what they think that Liverpool might line up like. Alisson, Matip, Van Dijk, Trent and Costas Tsimikas, Fabinho, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Mane, Jota and Salah. I think Liverpool will definitely come up with this kind of 11. I believe so. And talking about Arsenal, they say Aubameyang, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Lokonga, Partey, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Gabriel White and Ramsdale. I'm pretty much sure Lacazette is starting against. I'm definitely sure Lacazette is definitely starting against Liverpool. I have no doubts in my mind. I don't think so Arsenal will make changes unless Tavares for Tierney. They'll definitely change that. But apart from that, I don't know. I don't think so anything else will change. That's what I think. But moving on, Nuno Tavares says, the whole team likes to defend. We are being aggressive with every ball and we don't like conceding goals. That's the key to defending well. So what defensive masterclass of Mikel Arteta through Nuno Tavares. Moving on, Arteta has spoken about Alex Lacazette's contract situation. He says, there is so much talk. What I can say is that I'm really happy with what Laka is doing at the moment. And I've said that we're not going to be talking about any of that until the end of the season. So, and talking about playing on Anfield, Arteta says, it is always a test. It is a fascinating stadium to play football in. You have to be at your best and raise the level to your maximum standards, emotionally, physically, tactically, because if you don't, you will be exposed. So let's see how things will turn out to be for Arsenal. But that's fantastic stats and certain fantastic things that is definitely going to go Arsenal's way. But moving on, let's talk about Paul Merson speaking about Virgil van Dijk. So, Paul Merson has claimed Virgil van Dijk is not fully fit ahead of Arsenal's game versus Liverpool. He says, Liverpool, he's actually written in his Daily Star column, he says, Liverpool are conceding too many goals and have just lost to West Ham. It's a big game for them too because you don't want to be falling further behind Chelsea. I don't think Virgil van Dijk is fully fit, and until he is, he can't play the way he normally does without Liverpool letting in goals. They're getting caught out a lot. Arsenal need to take advantage. They really have to, don't they? Moving on now, I've shared this news already in the last transfer window. It was almost certain to be done unless Arsenal went ahead and gave Granit Xhaka a new contract, an extension to his current terms. It looks like, according to Corriere dello Sport, that Roma are still contemplating bringing Xhaka to the Stadio Olimpico, with Jose Mourinho being a big fan. So it looks like Roma are still interested in Granit Xhaka. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think, okay, that could be the case. Of course, he must be interested. How strong is the rumor? How strong is the link? We don't know. But Xhaka is always a fantastic player. Definitely in Serie A, he'd be good. Moving on, so Arsene Wenger and Ian Wright have a talk about a range of topics, and two Arsenal legends engaged in a Q&A with Lad Bible TV. So when asked which hidden gems Arsenal should be signing, Arsene Wenger joked that Mikel Arteta should snap up Erling Braut Haaland. He says, I feel Haaland, for example. Wright quickly snapped back with, he says, there's nothing hidden about him. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, arguably the most in-demand footballer, Erling Haaland, is being wanted. Now, there's no reason why Arsenal can't activate that £64 million release clause, but his agent, the huge agency fee, that'll be the biggest problem, isn't it? So, let's see. Would you want, it's a silly question though, but still, I have to ask, would you expect Arsenal to sign Erling Haaland to their club? Like, would you want Erling Haaland to Arsenal? That's the first question. Second question, Erling Haaland to Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal can actually pull it off? It's not about the money, but the question is, can Arsenal draw Erling Haaland's attention? Because if he comes in, he is the number one for Arsenal. Moving on, so it looks like David Seaman has something to say before Arsenal versus Liverpool game. He says, I think of this game and I just think of all the games I played in, and I just had a flashback of Arshavin scoring 4 goals and he was running up to the Arsenal fans holding up 4 fingers. My head is telling that it's going to be a really difficult, but my heart is telling me that Arsenal might be getting something out of it. We need to get something out of this game and the Manchester United game to show where we are. We're on the back of this really positive run. Can we now use that to go to Liverpool and do something there? Like take a point, maybe a win, who knows. But it would be great for the process. The back four and Aaron as well are going to get tested. There's no doubt. They need to have all that man of the match performances. When you look at that Liverpool forward line, it's just incredible, and you know that there's goals there. But if they can play their best, then they have got a chance of getting something. They're playing really well on the back of this run. That's giving them confidence, and I don't want that confidence to get shattered with a heavy defeat. So it's really so important that everyone is at it. I think Aaron's going to have quite a busy day, a lot busier than he was in the week. I'm going to go with 1-1 because that's the least I can hope for. So let's see, 1-1 is what the expectations are. But Kevin Campbell has given about his expectation about Nicolas Pepe. He's already spoken about that he would want out. This is the make or break season for Nicolas Pepe. Here's what Kevin Campbell had to say. He says, we're not saying Pepe isn't talented, because he's immensely talented, but I think the consistency of his play is up and down. We can't afford that. We can't afford to have a player who blows hot and cold. So it's pretty much clear. Well, he's been linked with Newcastle, and Newcastle fans don't want him. Linked with AC Milan. I don't know about AC Milan fans, what they think about Nicolas Pepe, but I know what Arsenal fans think about Nicolas Pepe, and I think they would want more in that position. I mean, of course, Bukayo Saka is killing it in that position, so they'd want more. They definitely want more. So let me know what you guys think about Nicola Pepe letting out of Arsenal. I don't know. I've not had enough comments about it. So I'd want that. Also, let me know about Erling Haaland. What do you guys think about it? And also let me know, do you guys are looking forward to Thomas Partey masterclass tonight? I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.